When you consume just 20 grams of sugar, your brain releases a dose of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. This occurs within 15 minutes, creating a sensation akin to the pleasure of winning a prize. Contrary to the idea that sugar is simply an energy source, it acts as a potent neurochemical manipulator. As sugar enters your bloodstream, your pancreas quickly releases insulin, a hormone that helps cells absorb glucose. But within 30 minutes, your dopamine levels drop, leaving you craving more, illustrating sugar's addictive cycle. This cycle is not just about calories, it's about neurochemistry. Just a sip of a sugary drink initiates a cascade within your body, challenging the notion that sugar simply spikes energy. In the first few minutes, glucose in sugar travels swiftly to your liver. The liver converts it into glycogen, a rapid energy reserve. Surprisingly, any excess quickly turns into fat, often within the first hour. This fat can accumulate in the liver itself, potentially leading to fatty liver disease over time. So, sugar is not just about a temporary energy high, it's about long-term metabolic impact. Each sugary sip is more than just a fleeting taste. Within moments of consuming sugar, your taste buds send signals to your brain's reward center, making you feel instantly satisfied. But this immediate gratification masks a less obvious truth: sugar's effect on leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. Sugar consumption can temporarily suppress leptin, tricking your brain into believing you need more food, even when you don't. This disruption occurs within 20 minutes, contradicting the belief that sugar merely provides energy. Instead, it manipulates hunger signals, leading to overeating and a cycle of craving. Ingesting sugar does more than sweeten your palate, it activates regions of your brain associated with reward and craving. This engagement occurs within 10 minutes, comparable to addictive substances like nicotine. As your blood glucose levels rise, the hypothalamus responds by modulating hunger hormones, causing a temporary drop in ghrelin, the hunger hormone. But the effect is fleeting, often leading to increased cravings shortly after. This is not just about energy intake, it's a neuroendocrine response that keeps you reaching for more sugar. The immediate neurological impact is what fuels ongoing consumption. The myth that sugar is solely a physical energy booster overlooks its powerful psychological hooks. Within 30 minutes of consuming sugar, your brain's limbic system lights up, the same region that reacts to cocaine. The pleasure-induced dopamine rush is short-lived, leaving behind a drop that often triggers withdrawal-like symptoms. This activity challenges the simplistic view of sugar as mere calories. The body's swift response to sugar's absence fuels a cycle of dependency. Understanding sugar means recognizing its profound effects on mood and motivation, not just its calorie count. This addictive pull is immediate and powerful. Inside your brain, sugar consumption triggers the release of dopamine, much like addictive drugs. A study in 2013 by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that sugar could activate the same brain areas as addictive drugs, such as the nucleus accumbens. This area is vital for pleasure and reward perception. When sugar enters your system, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds to sweet taste receptors, initiating a dopamine cascade. This biochemical reaction isn't just about sweetness, it's about the reinforcement of behavior. Each sugary intake trains your brain to seek more, driven by a neurochemical cycle. Inside your digestive tract, sugar starts a biochemical journey that influences your gut microbiome. Specific bacteria in your gut, like firmicutes, thrive on sugar, often outcompeting other beneficial bacteria. This imbalance can lead to dysbiosis, an unhealthy microbial balance. Dysbiosis has been linked to cravings and mood disorders. A 2018 study in Nature Communications showed how sugar-fed mice displayed altered gut flora, leading to increased anxiety-like behavior. So, sugar isn't just affecting your waistline, it's reshaping your gut environment. These microbial changes impact your cravings, perpetuating the cycle of sugar addiction. Once sugar is in your bloodstream, your pancreas releases insulin, facilitating glucose uptake into cells. However, chronic sugar intake can lead to insulin resistance, reducing this hormone's effectiveness. A 2020 study in The Lancet highlighted how continuous high sugar intake impacted insulin signaling pathways. Over time, this resistance leads to higher insulin levels and increased fat storage, especially in the liver. This isn't just a metabolic concern, it affects your energy regulation and hunger signals. The resulting hormonal cascade reinforces sugar cravings and consumption patterns. Your body's response isn't about energy, it's about maintaining a biochemical balance. Inside your liver, sugar undergoes a fascinating transformation. Fructose, a sugar component, is almost entirely metabolized in the liver. Unlike glucose, fructose bypasses insulin regulation and is rapidly converted into triglycerides. This conversion is part of why high fructose intake is linked to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. A 2015 study in hepatology found that high fructose diets led to increased liver fat and inflammation. This isn't merely about excess calorie intake, it's about cellular changes within your liver. Fructose's unique pathway highlights why sugar can have such profound metabolic effects. The liver's processing capabilities are central to addiction. Beyond immediate effects, sugar alters hormone levels that regulate hunger and satiety. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, spikes after sugar intake but drops quickly, triggering more cravings. Leptin, responsible for satiety, can become desensitized with frequent sugar consumption. A 2016 study in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrated that sugar consumption reduces leptin sensitivity in humans. This hormonal imbalance leads to overeating, driven by a disrupted feedback loop. Sugar's impact is not just immediate, it rewires how your body interprets hunger signals. Understanding this hormonal shift is crucial to comprehending sugar's addictive power. Chronic sugar consumption can lead to alarming long-term effects. Studies show that excessive sugar intake is linked to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and even certain cancers. A 2014 meta-analysis in JAMA Internal Medicine found that individuals consuming 25% or more of their calories from added sugars had a 38% higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. Inside your body, constant sugar intake leads to persistent inflammation, a key factor in many chronic diseases. This isn't just about weight gain, it's about systemic metabolic disruption. The body's struggle to handle high sugar loads highlights its profound impact on health. When your body faces sugar overload, the brain's reward system undergoes significant changes. Extended sugar exposure can lead to tolerance, where more sugar is needed to achieve the same pleasure response. A 2012 study in the journal Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews showed that high sugar diets altered dopamine receptor density in the brain, similar to addictive drugs. This adaptation isn't just psychological, it's a neurochemical shift. The more sugar you consume, the less responsive your brain becomes, demanding higher amounts to feel satisfied. This tolerance cycle fuels continuous sugar cravings, further entrenching its addictive nature. Food companies understand these mechanisms and often exploit the addictive properties of sugar. Many processed foods are engineered to contain high sugar levels, targeting the brain's reward system. The combination of sugar with fats and salts creates a hyperpalatable mix that is hard to resist. A 2018 report by the World Health Organization highlighted that the global sugar industry invests heavily in advertising sugary products to children, knowing the long-term impact on consumption patterns. This strategy goes beyond taste, it manipulates biochemical pathways, ensuring a lifelong preference for sugar-laden foods. The commercial drive intersects with biological addiction. Interestingly, when sugar is drastically reduced, the body experiences withdrawal-like symptoms. A 2015 study in Appetite found that individuals reducing sugar reported headaches, fatigue, and mood swings. These symptoms mirror withdrawal from addictive substances. Inside your brain, the absence of sugar leads to decreased dopamine release, resulting in irritability and cravings. This isn't merely a dietary adjustment, it's a neurochemical recalibration. The body's response to sugar reduction highlights its deep-rooted influence on mood and behavior. The temporary discomfort underscores sugar's powerful hold on the brain's reward circuitry. Perhaps the most surprising truth about sugar is its potential to alter genetic expression. A 2019 study in Cell Reports revealed how high sugar diets could affect gene expression related to metabolism and inflammation. This epigenetic influence suggests that sugar consumption can have effects beyond immediate health, potentially impacting future generations. It's not just about calories or immediate cravings, it's about a legacy encoded in your DNA. This insight reframes sugar from a simple dietary choice to a genetic influencer. The implications of sugar consumption extend far beyond what we eat today.